I'm sure people don't understand how powerful trusting your intuition can be. Because we all have been taught to always have positive thinking. And whenever you're thinking negatively or you're having a bad state, people around you will just tell you, you need to be grateful, you need to think positive. So even if you have a shit life, you're working a job that you don't like, people will still teach you that you're doing the right thing. Just learn to be calm, learn to be grateful, and then you will learn this stuff, and then you actually lose yourself because you start feeling good, you start finding ways to cope with the reality you don't really agree. For example, you drink with your friends or you smoke some weed on the weekends, and you completely forget about the fact that your intuition is literally shouting at you, I don't like this job, I don't like what I'm doing. And I have a clear example of how this is happening. Right now I am in the United States. I'm a YouTuber, I make 20k a month, so I can say I'm living my dream right now. But 1 year ago, I was a YouTuber in Romania and I wasn't paid as much as I wanted to be. I wasn't traveling the world as I was dreaming to do, and things just weren't working as I wanted them to work, and I used to tell people, bro, I'm so unhappy with my Romanian YouTuber job. I feel so much anxiety, and nobody would understand me, everybody was saying, bro, there are other people who are living who are doing regular jobs. There are so many people who are homeless. You need to be grateful because you're so much better than them. And these people, it's right, when you compare yourself with somebody else, you will always be better than someone in Africa who is dying of hunger. But that doesn't mean you have to compare yourself with him and then just don't do anything just because that person is doing worse than you. Because what my intuition was telling me, it was telling me, David, you can do so much more. You are capable of doing so much more. I came here on earth with a purpose, the purpose of helping others, of doing as much as I can. And of course I felt anxiety when I was only talking to Romanian people, while I felt like I can address myself to the whole world. And I actually did it, because of my bad feelings, because of my unsatisfaction, because of my suffering. But for 1 whole year, I just suffered, like nobody could understand me. Everybody was telling, no, your depression is not real, it's just in your head, you just need to learn to be grateful. But actually it's not real. The best thing for me wasn't being grateful, wasn't lying to myself that you are good, you are doing good, you're doing better than others, just stay in your place. No, I actually took all my money. I did the opposite way as everybody was telling me. I took all my money, I ran to another country where I knew nobody. It was so cold, it was rainy, I felt so lost, I felt so alone, but I felt more alive than when I was in Romania, surrounded by family, surrounded by friends, where nobody could understand me, So when I was here in New York or in London, when I first started my journey of becoming an international YouTuber, I felt so bad, but finally, for once in my heart, I felt that purpose, that I'm finally doing something bigger than what I was doing before. And my final message for you guys is never listen to anybody. If you feel bad, it means you have a desire inside your mind and inside of your brain that is telling you that you need to do more with your life. And never trust somebody that is telling you, you are good enough. Yes, you are good enough. You are perfect as you are. But exactly for that reason, when you feel bad, when your intuition is telling you you must do that thing, but then everybody around you, you are so used to being afraid, everybody around you is used to being afraid, but actually when you're afraid, you're not trusting God. God, you can't know nothing about Him, you can't see Him. God is a complete mystery, and this is how you should live your life as well. When you have a hunch, when your intuition is whispering something to you, you should live your life as God wants. You should not live as a fearful creature, like a small rat that is always afraid of throwing himself out there in the world. You should live like God wants you to be. You should have courage to be afraid. You should have the courage to be alone. You should have the courage to throw yourself out there and live in mystery. Life is not about always knowing what's about to happen. I go to my job because I just know that I'm gonna get my salary at the end of the month. That doesn't make you a real human being. A real human being is not a small animal. A real human being is a powerful being. A man that comes here on earth and you go through some things. You have the courage to suffer. You have the courage to really discover who you are. And you can't really discover who you are if you always go to the plan. Oh my God, it's so hot out here. If you always do things safely. So, the conclusion for this video, again guys, don't be afraid. If you have a hunch of doing something today, of approaching a girl, bro, just do it. Look at all successful people. They all have not so happy stories at the beginning. They just arrived now to have a good life. But if you want to have a good life, you need to throw yourself out there, man.